So how did I end up in Sicily? I guess it all started when I had to go to school for the first day. I was 4 years old and I remember being so super sad, and not because my parents were leaving me behind on my own at school, but just because I felt like my freedom was taken away from me. And it sounds very dramatic, but I really felt that way. And I was like, I want to do so many things, and now everybody is telling me to go to this place where I have to stay indoors from 9 to 5 and follow some kind of schedule. And I just remember feeling very, very sad. And it didn't end. Like it is very dramatic, but I think I felt sad for the whole period that I had to go to some kind of school. Then after high school, because I was very, very disciplined and I had to get all A's. So even though I hated school, I wanted to be the best at school. So that's also very contradictory. But yeah, so after school, after high school, there of course was just one more step to go, and that was going to university. And I was like, okay, at least I can kind of choose something that I might like, and that was film. And I became a videographer, so I loved film, but I hated university. And then during university, I was already thinking about what I wanted to do after, when I was finally free. I kind of figured out and heard that filming might be a way to get my freedom back and start traveling and starting to meet, other creative people, inspiring people. And so I started doing a lot of internships, and I started working for a travel blog, Your Little Black Book. You should check it out. So I started traveling just with me and my camera, and I traveled all over the world, which was a very, very beautiful time. And I did that for, I think, 6 years, and I was just living out of my suitcase and going to all these amazing places, and it inspired me very, very much, and I loved what I was doing. But at a certain point, I was also thinking, okay, I need to kind of find my own place and settle down somewhere. I still wanted to travel, but not as much as I was doing in those 6 years. And so I was thinking, which country do I really love? And of course, on top of my list was Italy. And then I thought, okay, I love Italy. For me, like having sunshine almost every day was my biggest dream. And so I was thinking, also being close to the sea always makes me very happy. So an island kind of made sense. And so I was kind of, an Italian island. And then food was very important, so it just became Sicily. I just knew right away that I had to go to Sicily. So I rented a car with my mom. I asked her to come with me in search for the perfect home. So we did an amazing road trip, and I saw a lot of Sicily, and it was beautiful, but I didn't find my dream home. So I was kind of bummed out, because we had 2 weeks, and in those 2 weeks it was a beautiful adventure, but I didn't find what I was looking for. So we just decided that we should, like, on our last 2 days, just go to the beach. We were staying in this town that I chose. It is called Shaka. Nobody has ever heard of it, and I hadn't heard of it either. But I saw a very nice B&B, and I was like, it's pretty central, so let's just stay there and then, search for this dream house from there. So we could tour the whole island and search. So those last 2 days we were in Shaka, we went to the beach, and all of a sudden there was this very, very beautiful guy behind the bar. But I was not focused on beautiful Sicilian guys at that moment. I was just focused on the house. So we didn't speak, because then I kind of realized that nobody speaks English. Because I always had my mom who studied Italian, and she's great at speaking Italian, and I just, I could say come stai and ciao. And so Enzo and I, the beautiful guy behind the bar, we didn't have a conversation. My mom and he had very nice conversations, and but okay, nice guy. And I was still searching for the home, so I was in focus. And then all of a sudden I was walking around town, and I saw a picture of, not of the house, just of the view. And it was the ocean, and, well, no, it was just ocean. So I thought, if this is your view, it was just blue, like blue sea and blue sky, and it was the most beautiful view I've ever seen. So I thought, this is the house. My mom already went home, and so there was nobody who could like translate for me. But I thought, okay, let's just go to the broker, walk into his office, and ask if I can see this house. And that's what I did. So I, like with Google Translate, I tried to say that I wanted to view the house. And he said, okay, come back tomorrow. Okay. In the meantime, Enzo asked me to have to spend an evening together and eating and drinking. And then I thought, like, well, maybe it's not like I have to find this house. Tomorrow I have an appointment. But okay, in the end, of course, beautiful guy, I have to say yes. I met Enzo, and of course I asked him if he could join me the next day to go and view this house, because I thought maybe it might be nice to have somebody who actually speaks Italian. Okay, Enzo thought that was a little bit crazy, but he agreed, and he came the next morning. So we went to this house. Yeah, it was just very, very old. The broker couldn't open the door, so he kind of had to kick in the door to get in. And Enzo was very hesitant, but I was like, this is the home. We walked in, and you just, it's the front door, you walk in, and then straight ahead is the terrace with that beautiful view that I saw. And it was amazing. It was so nice. You see the whole south coast of Sicily. And although like there were dead birds spread out on the floor, but I managed to ignore that part and focus on the nice, there were these beautiful tiles, and it had so much potential. And the first thing I thought, like, this is the house, this is the dream house, this is the one. And so I called my mom and my dad, and I said, I found a house in Sicily and I want to renovate it. And that's kind of how it went. And so I found the house, and I found Enzo. We have been together now for 4 years. From that day that we went to the house, to view the house and started renovating it. And I'll get into that renovation part as well in another video and tell you how it all went down, like how I bought the house, how I started renovating here in Italy, how I learned Italian, all that. But I thought, let's focus first on how I got here. So I bought this house, and I loved the renovation process. It took me about half a year, which is not that much, although it was very old. And we're still super, super happy here. And then something really crazy happened, because I still see and saw myself as a videographer, but I discovered that I loved renovating this old place so much, because we have been going on holidays in Italy as long as I can remember. But living in Italy, and especially here in Sicily, has taught me so much, because I thought I was pretty familiar with the culture and the people and the food. But once you start living somewhere, it's so different. And so I discovered that I had this real passion for old Italian houses and this culture that was kind of opening up to me in a new way. I also discovered that Enzo and I were a pretty good team, apart from being in love. So we were just thinking, how cool it would be to renovate more houses and renting it out and kind of sharing this lifestyle. And I think we kind of got that idea because I was of course sharing, I've been always sharing my work on Instagram, but now I started sharing also my new home here in Sicily and my dream of living here in Italy that I never really shared before. And I kind of, I realized, because all these people started contacting me with all kinds of questions and telling me that they had the same dream and that they also wanted to like slow down, get away from the bad weather and the 9 to 5 job and just move to Italy. And so they started sending me these messages, mostly on Instagram or email, how I did it and how I moved and how I renovated and all that kind of stuff. And so I thought this is really something I can share with a lot of people. I thought I was the only one who wanted to move to Italy. But apparently there are many, many, many of you who want the same thing. And it's not that easy. And there are a lot of hurdles you have to take. And it's all kind of pretty uncertain, especially when you start like looking on internet for some more information. It's pretty difficult to find the right information and take that first step and see if you can actually move to this beautiful country and find a house and start renovating. So yeah, it just kind of happened, I guess. And then I was invited to speak about my experience here in Italy, and so I presented our ideas and projects, and then it just kind of took off. And we found another beautiful home just 100 meters from here, and we renovated it as well and turned it into 2 beautiful holiday apartments. So now we're renting out and renovating and selling for clients all these beautiful houses that we renovate and that make a lot of people very happy. So it's I'm still a videographer, but I also do this, which I really love. A beautiful image is almost the same as a beautiful home, kind of. Like the way I look at things is the same. If I renovate or if I film or if I draw or whatever. So it has been strange to make this transition that I didn't really expect, but it kind of also really makes sense and I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, that's kind of what our day looks like right now. We check our projects that we're renovating, catching up with our clients. Like it's January now and it's just beautiful. It's blue and it's sunny and I'm so grateful to have my home here. And I know it's a very big step for many of you. If you're watching and you're thinking, I want to move to Italy as well, I'm sure it will be very life-changing as it has been for me. And yeah, I just totally understand. I didn't realize it, but it's such a nice realization that there are so many people who are looking for the same thing, and it is just slowing down, finding some more tranquility and spending time with your loved ones, enjoying the sun, enjoying good food, enjoying nice people. And that's kind of what Sicily and Italy in general is about. And so it's really an honor for us that it turned out to be a beautiful project with which we can help make those dreams that many people have come true. So another, there's so many aspects that I like about it, but one of them is meeting everybody. So I get many questions every day, but the nicest thing is when I actually get to talk to you guys. And so we're organizing events where I share my story, where you can ask me all your questions and where we can meet up, which is very exciting. And we're actually organizing another event. I will tell you more about that in the next video. And tell you a little bit more about my home. And like I said, I will go into more detail about how I moved here and how I renovated this place, and I'll show you around my home. So that will be pretty exciting. If you like this video, subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.